Dun 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 dun. When I was a young boy, I said, put away with those young boy ways. Now I'm getting older, so much older. I long for those young boy days with a girl like you. With a girl like you. Lord knows them things what we can do, baby. Just me and you. Come on and make it hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. It hurt so good. Dun 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 dun. Don't have to be so exciting. Just trying to give myself a little bit of fun, yeah. Sometimes you always look so inviting. You ain't as green as you are young. Hey, baby, it's you. Come on now, it's you. Sink your teeth right through my bones, baby. Let's see what we can do now. Come on and make it hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. You make it hurt so good. Dun 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 dun. I ain't talking no big deals. Dun dun dun. I ain't made no plans myself. Dun dun. I ain't talking no high heels. Maybe we could walk on around all day long. Walk on around all day long. With the Hammond organ. Hurt so good. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. You make it hurt so good. I don't know why I'm looking over here. Hurt so good. Come on, baby, now. Come on, baby, make it hurt so good. Sometimes love don't feel like it should. You make it hurt so good. Dun 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 dun. Hey hey dun 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 dun. And then right off into the sunset with the motorcycle, like in the music video. By the way, of the two girls that are dancing, the one I really like is the short hair one, not the long hair one. I mean, the long hair one's okay, but I'm really for short hair, curly haired. And when he's dancing down there, and he's got him on both arms, and she's on one side, and her butt pushing up against the camera in that music video. She has a nice butt, really nice butt. And you see the trick to that of her dancing stockings, the fishnet stockings. The reason why fishnet stockings are so attractive, and the women can listen to this, it gives you a hint as to the actual curvature of what you're looking at. The details in lingerie and things like that give you, and tan lines and all that, give you an idea of the actual curvature, and you can actually see the surface. If you just put on something that's completely black, if you don't get any shadow or shade about it, there's nothing there to give you a kind of a cue of what it is, what the surface looks like, it's not going to be as sexy or as attractive. So the solution is to pick something that has a kind of a 3D effect. When this is something you could try, is the holographic thread or whatever that produces a different look depending on where you're looking at it. There's also clothing that are that way. Anything that gives you kind of a 3D effect and gives you some idea of the curvature or of the surface, the way it looks, is going to be good. Now, if you don't have the curves, if you're kind of if you're fat, the solution is to wear something black, because something black is not going to give enough cues for people to really know where it's bulging out, unless it has to be something that's reflective. So sequins or not sequins. You have to kind of look at it. You could put it on a dummy, like a one of those mannequins or whatever. Put it on a mannequin, and put some lights around it and stuff, and see what the an anisotropic effect is of it. And that's also going to tell you whether or not it looks really good in VR180. Because if you've noticed in VR180, if you guys have ever watched some of the content, the big deal, and I have a video on it that exploits it, sequins. Wear clothing with sequins, because you can't capture the effect of sequins or glitter or any of that stuff in 2 dimensions. That's the reason why you'll find some actress or porn actress, she'll get a e-cig and she'll suck it in and blow smoke, is because it's a 3D effect. Sequins a 3D effect. Anything that gives each eye a different perception of something is going to be a 3D effect. And so smoke is a volumetric, where one eye's they're both going to get different cues on what that is that's sitting out there, and it makes it cooler, and it shows off the medium, the things that you're doing with the medium, things you can do with the medium that you just can't do with 2D. And by having that difference, that difference, then people come to understand, oh, this is a new format. This is not like 2D. Besides the novelty of 3D, there are things you can't capture in 2D. The other thing is that with VR180 3D, it's very difficult to manipulate, and that's the reason why Hollywood is not touching it with the 10-foot pole. It's very hard to manipulate this format, that VR180 format. The only way they'll probably ever be able to manipulate is through the use of artificial intelligence. And that's probably where it's going to go next. But the thing is the artificial intelligence needs to be smart enough to really know if the effect it's having is convincing to the eye or convincing to the brain that's going to interpret it. Because 2D doesn't require a whole lot of cognitive ability to understand what you're seeing. 3D is a brain thing. The brain is what makes 3D work. The 2 eyes in the brain are what makes 3D work. You could even just have one eye and maybe even get a concept of a 3-dimensional shape by being able to move past it fast enough. And the brain could generate a 3-dimensional image from a single eye. It's probably possible, just a matter of somebody doing some research on it. So, I saying that hurt so good, I'm going to do another one in a second.